In today's video, we're going to be discussing our favorite place to get sausage, gravy, and biscuits. Because who doesn't like a good biscuit? And then some of us like a good biscuit with some sausage and gravy on top. So the first place we're going to start with is Brick and Spoon. The biscuits there were very hard. I was really surprised. I tried hitting them on the plate because when they came out, we had a couple biscuits, and neither one of them really seemed like they were going to be that soft. I look for a soft, flaky, buttery biscuit. And they were even kind of warm. That was the sad part. And I even ended up hitting the biscuit on the plate before I tried to break it up or cut it apart with the knife. It was just a dried out biscuit. I would have asked for more, but I thought I shouldn't have to ask for more. They should be delivering high quality biscuits. So honestly, there was no flavor to it. Most of the places you go and get a biscuit, there's already like butter kind of cooked into it, or they have a buttery flavor to it. This did not. Honestly, I felt like I could go to a grocery store and get a better biscuit. If I was grading this on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it like a -7. I just thought it was a very, very bad biscuit. Now, the gravy was really good. Had the correct thickness, the right amount of pepper, because I've gone some places where there's too much pepper in it. But the gravy couldn't even save this biscuit. It might have brought it up on a scale of 1 to 10, and I gave the biscuit a -7, maybe to a 0. So it added something to it. But I would say don't waste your time or your money if you're going to Brick and Spoon. Just don't try this. You might try the sausage gravy, but the biscuits, maybe you'll have better luck than I did, but I would say don't waste your money with that. The next on our list is Mama's Farmhouse. The biscuits are okay at best. Better than Brick and Spoon, but these were award-winning biscuits according to what we found online from the Knoxville Biscuit Festival. Maybe there's a reason the Knoxville Biscuit Festival no longer exists. Of course, my other question was, what other restaurants in the Smoky Mountain area showed up? Because we have definitely had better biscuits at other restaurants in the area. I've had better biscuits at home. Now, these were a little better than Brick and Spoon, because they were a little better quality than like a grocery store biscuit out of the grocery store's bakery. But definitely you can buy some and buy some at the store and make them yourself at home. And they were better quality. And definitely better than Brick and Spoon. But the gravy was just basic sausage and gravy with some pepper. The thickness, it was a little thick for my liking. Not too much pepper. But I would say Mama's Farmhouse was more about the atmosphere than the food. It just surprised me that it was a award-winning biscuit. And then third on the list, we'll move on to Paula Deen's. These are some of the best biscuits we've had in the area. They're actually good size. They were bigger sized than Mama's Farmhouse or Brick and Spoon, the first two places we'd mentioned on our list. They're very soft, really flaky, even just a good buttery biscuit without any sausage, gravy, anything on it. I didn't even have to put butter on it. Just tear the biscuit apart, cut it in half, whatever you want to say, just take a bite out of it. Had a good flavor to it. I don't know, like I said, nice, soft, buttery, flaky, warm, just what you look for in a biscuit. And then when you get to the gravy had a little bit of pepper in it, but it had a little spice to it. And I like the fact that it came in a separate bowl. Some places put the gravy on top of it. Well, what about if you don't like the gravy or you don't like the biscuit? But, kind of like Brick and Spoon, the gravy was fine, but the biscuit was awful. And even the gravy on top of that didn't save it. So back to Paula Deen's. I just like the way it was presented in a separate bowl. And then you can decide how much gravy you want on it. Because some people, like myself, I like it smothered in it. Let's just go all in. Let's just have your biscuit smothered in gravy so you can't even see it. And some people just want a little bit on top. They just want a little bit, like you put a little butter, a little jelly, a little honey on your biscuit. It's just a topping. Not me. I'd rather have it smothered in it. But with Paula Deen's, at least you get the choice of how you want it. Do you want your biscuit with a little bit on top, or do you want it smothered? But overall, I would definitely recommend Paula Deen's. Great biscuits by itself, nice sausage and gravy, and then together it was a really good combination. But the best place in the Smokies to get sausage, gravy, and biscuits, it's got to be Buffalo Breakfast Company, which is in Sevierville, downtown Sevierville. This is the best sausage, gravy, and biscuits in the area. Maybe some of the best we've ever had anywhere, whether it was homemade, at a restaurant, at a grocery store, brought it home from the grocery store and made it yourself. Like I said, any restaurant. The important part to me, the biscuit is smothered in gravy. I mean, you can't hardly see the biscuit in the video because it is smothered in so much gravy. But the important part was it was not soggy, if that makes sense. I was able to pull a piece of the biscuit out by itself and try it. It was just a good biscuit in general. I was going to say it was soft, it was buttery. But that is a trick, not to make the biscuit too soggy. So, in my opinion, the part is they make the biscuit, they make the gravy, they get it out to you fast. It doesn't sit around and get soggy. The sausage gravy and the biscuit, to me, it was practically perfect. If you were giving it a 1 out of 10, I would give it a 10. The gravy's creamy. It's got a nice flavor to it. There's a little bit of seasoning. It's actually got a little chicken flavor. So that's the first thing you notice. You taste a little bit of chicken, then you get a little sausage, then you get a hint of pepper. It's just got such a great flavor, such a nice texture. Like I said, it's not too thick. It's nice and creamy. And then just the mixtures of flavors. Like I said, the first thing you get chicken, then you get sausage and a hint of pepper. And the amount of food you get for $5.25, it is just a gigantic dish. It's a side dish, but you could make it an entree. I mean, 2 of us shared it. It is just a gigantic biscuit, probably 2 inches in thickness, covered in gravy. So overall, there you have it. There's our 4 places to try biscuits and sausage and gravy. Brick and Spoon, that's your decision if you want to give it a shot or not. Mama's Farmhouse, they're okay. Paula Deen's, some of the best biscuits you're going to have. Buffalo Breakfast Company, I would say these are the best biscuits, let alone biscuits, sausage, and gravy in the Smoky area, Smoky Mountain. You might even find it to be some of the best you have ever had. So thank you for watching the video. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you have any comments, any places we should try, leave a comment for us. Any suggestions? Appreciate you watching. Thank you.